welcome to our information session, and thank you for taking the time to learn about our program. My name is Joseph Salva Cruz. I'm a professor at the Department of Marketing, and so I'm going to be spending a few minutes giving you an overview about our program. So this is a BBA in marketing. So the first question that you may be asking is, why marketing? So we have to understand what marketing is all about so that you'll have a better appreciation of the program. So marketing is basically the link between the company, the firm, and the consumer. We often say that marketing is a process that is the interface, again, the link between the company and the consumer. And it's not just simply a process, it is both managerial and social. And this is very important to note, because when you say managerial, then it takes into consideration the scientific approach, the organization. And the highlight of this, of course, is the process being social, meaning that you're dealing with human interaction, which makes marketing very exciting. And so if you get into the program, you have to expect that you're going to be experiencing some exciting moments as you go through the rigors of the program. So marketing then is the link between the firm and the consumer. And so I'll spend some time explaining to you what's happening in there. Now, of course, what is important to note is that marketing as a field, as a discipline, offers numerous career opportunities. And the reason for that is simply because every company, much as every company looks after their bottom line, their profitability, every company has a need to interact with customers. And so, as I was saying, much as we look into the bottom line, we look at the net profit, we look at the net income. When you look at a financial statement, the first thing that you see is revenues. And that is driven by marketing. So I always say that the top line drives the bottom line. And that's why marketing is in high demand in terms of career offering. Because every company needs marketing. Every company needs to have some good people who will drive that top line so that companies can have that positive bottom line. So that's why we are so pleased to know and to inform you that we are offering something, a program that you would have an association with high value for you in your future. All right. So last year, for example, marketing has generated jobs. So we have access jobs with about 60 companies. And that would include, for example, Watson, KPMG, Pfizer, P&G. So you can see the companies that would be requiring marketing people will cut across a rich diversity or cross-section of industries, from consumer goods to pharmaceutical to services, consulting. It could be private, it could be public. And so you have a lot of opportunities if you have this marketing training. So it cuts across industries, it cuts across different types of organizations, meaning that the field of opportunities for marketing graduates would be really very rich. All right, so now that we know the prospects, the question is, how do we make this a reality as you try to embark into this career? So how do we do it? Well, first of all, the simple answer to that question is join us. All right, so at the marketing department, we are a team. So that's very important to note. We take pride in considering our department as a team that interacts with each other with a common goal of looking after the future of our students. So we take our program seriously. We monitor our program, and what better way can we do that than having people like what you see on the screen do that for you. So in terms of our department, we are made up of professors with different perspectives. Uh, we come from at least 8 different nationalities, backgrounds. There is an equal representation of male, female, and we take pride in telling people that our faculty has obtained a lot of teaching awards. So in terms of teaching excellence, in terms of research excellence, we got what it takes to lead you into this wonderful field of marketing. And so, as I was saying, join us because you will be in good hands. So in terms of cultural diversity, in terms of experience as well, we got access to different companies in our consulting, in our research, and most importantly, as I have said, in terms of classroom excellence, we are proud to offer you something of value. So let's look at the curriculum. So you've known about the people who will be working with you, but what is it that you will be working for? So let's look at the curriculum. Very important to note is that we have 3 foundation courses. Now, as you all know, foundation is very important, just like building a home. If you got a shaky foundation, then that house will collapse, okay? So we make it sure that we have a solid foundation. We train our students very well right from the beginning so that as they embark into their future journey in the program and later on in their career, then they have a very strong foundation to fall back on. So the very first course that a marketing major student would encounter or would be involved with is the basic marketing management course. So it's the principles course, we say that, but it's very important because it will set the stage to what you can expect in the future aspects of your program. And then after taking this course, this is basically a prerequisite for the next 2 foundation courses. You have to take consumer behavior, 4 credits, and marketing research, another 4 credits. And so once you have taken these foundation courses, then you are ready to get into what you call our specialization field. Now, this area of your program will provide the breadth and the depth of knowledge. So the breadth, because we offer you a diverse line of options. If you want to focus on products, if you want to focus on pricing, if you want to focus on distribution. And as you go down, you have other options. For example, we have courses on elective offering in the field of promotion and advertising management. Or you can have an encounter with B2B, business to business. Or if you are brand focused, we have brand management, we have brand activism. You can have a societal perspective. So you may want to take consumerism and happiness, consumer and society. If you are very much into competition, we have competitive positioning. So we have a lot to offer. And right now, we are also offering marketing analytics. And later on, we are offering digital marketing. So we are keeping up with the times. So we look at what our employers, prospective employers and partners look for. And we develop courses that will get you ready as you embark into your professional career. So there we go. You got the foundation spilling over into your elective courses. So now that you've got that good, rich mix of courses, skills, knowledge, you are now ready to integrate. So in the very last year, we have what we call a capstone program. This is called Marketing 4210, Strategic Marketing. And just like any capstone subject or course, it will draw upon your learning from your foundation courses, your elective courses, and you try to come up with a better perspective of how the world of marketing looks like. So now that you have accomplished this, then you are ready to roll. You are ready to face real world. So this is an overview of our curriculum. Now that's the technical side of the curriculum. We have to enrich that, of course, by way of our delivery, right? So we have some sort of augmentation in our offering. And so we invite guest speakers. So if you have that rich classroom experience, we make sure that we complement that and to a certain extent supplement that with knowledge from the real world. So we invite guest speakers from various firms, from various industries. For example, we had people from Google talking to our students. We have invited people from Lang Kwai Fong services industry. We have invited even people from Facebook. We have invited people from research companies, marketing research companies like Intuit Research, PNG. We have invited some speakers as well. And so we look at all the opportunities that we can offer our students so that they can interact with real world people out there in the industry who are very much familiar with what it would take to be marketing practitioners in the future. And so that gets you even more ready. Now, in addition, all right, you will have fun. So we make your experience, we call it customer experience in marketing. We make that fun for you so that you will all the more enjoy the experience. And so our courses are well known. We have a trademark. We are famous for our extensive use of cases. So that's another way by which we can incorporate real world experience into your classroom experience. So we use a lot of cases coming from different industries, different culture, different geographical situations. And our courses are also well known for incorporating group projects. So we call this learning by doing, especially as we incorporate this simulation. So some of our courses have simulations or games. So some of these games are competitive. So you get into this competition mode and it makes all the more exciting. And there's a lot of takeaway that you can get out of this experience. At the end of the day, we want you to be well trained in terms of problem solving and decision making. And so we have found these pedagogical tools to be very effective in training you to become better, superior problem solvers and decision makers, especially in the field of marketing. All right, so it's tough, you know, every program is tough, but we make that experience for you to be fun and enjoyable. So the next question is, am I crafted to become a marketer? But let me tell you this, marketing is for everyone. It is for people who may be very creative, but it's also something that mathematical types of people, the quantitative types of people will appreciate. So whatever you are, whether you are the creative type or the mathematical type, the analytical type, there's a place in marketing for you. So we have consumer behavior, we have promotion, and that's where your creativity will come in, even for strategy. But if you are really deep into this analytics, then you get marketing research, you get marketing analytics, and even in our courses, we try to incorporate a lot of these quantitative models as much as we could, but in a way that you will appreciate it. You don't get scared of numbers. Okay, so that's very important to know. So marketing is for everyone. If you ask me, then try it. And so that's all I have for you today. It's a broad overview of what the marketing program is all about. And today we are fortunate that we have one of our senior students joining us to share her experience. So let us welcome Dorothy Chow. And so let me stop my sharing and Dorothy will take over.
So thank you, Professor. So I will now share the screen. So good morning, everyone. So I'm Dorothy Chow, a marketing major student in HKUST, and I'm now honored to be here sharing with you today about marketing this major in HKUST. And I would like to also share with you some personal thoughts about marketing after a few years of studying. So here you can see is a photo of me and my friends like watching the sunrise at HKUST seafront, which I think really no one should miss this amazing scenery that UST is super famous for. So, okay, back to topic. So here is a brief agenda of my sharing today. So a bit of introduction, marketing in HKUST, about UST marketing students specifically, and my journey in this amazing university. So let's start with a brief introduction about myself. So my name is Dorothy, and I'm a local year 3 business school student in HKUST. I've taken the 2019 DSE examination in Hong Kong, and my high school electives are Physics, Economics, and Mathematics Extended Module 1, which is about calculus and statistics. So I was admitted through the JUPAS school-based program, and here is the code for your reference if you want. So basically, school-based means like I don't have a major yet in my year 1 study, and I participated the major selection exercise of the UST Business School. So through the selection exercise, I've chosen marketing to be my first major and management to be my second major. And in the future, I will also declare the social science as a minor of me. So now I will also like to ask you guys a question. So what are your expectations on university life? Like, what do you want to achieve or experience in this 5 or 4 years of study? So I think some of you may have heard of the term 5 things to do in university. And in Cantonese, this is 大學五件事. So there's an official version of it on internet. So first is like find your lover or be in a romantic relationship, to live in hall or to study intensively, find a part-time job, and the last one maybe become a committee member of different student societies. So I don't know if it is your version of to-do list in university, but I would like to share my version, which is super simple and also straightforward. That is, I just want to have no regrets after I graduated from UST. I believe like your grades does not define you solely, but most importantly is about the things you learn from courses, from professors, from peers, and also from your personal exposure and experiences. So everyone could have your own goals, and we're all unique in our own ways. So no matter what your expectations are, I believe you come to this section in curious and interest on marketing major, and you expect to be able to know more about after this section. So what is marketing in HKUST? So as mentioned, I have chosen marketing to be my major after my first academic semester of year 2. I would like to share like 4 of the many reasons I choose marketing. So first of all, I would like to highlight how caring my marketing professors are. Like it's for real, because interactions and participations are required in marketing courses for most of the time, and students will have a lot of opportunities to build bondings with professors. So from my own experience, marketing professors are really fun and considerate. They will try to make their lessons like more engaging with games, YouTube videos, and more. So they are also actively seeking out students' feedback on their course content and teaching approach. So I would say HKUST marketing professors are very inspiring, professional, and unique in their own ways. They could also become your life coach. So the other 3 reasons are rather internal. I would say I'm a person who loves to think, to design, and experiment. And that is exactly what marketing in HKUST provides me. And I'm able to equip myself with better presentation skills and also opportunities to learn more about human mind. So what exactly is marketing to me? This is a picture I found online, and it's about a word cloud of what relates to marketing. There are words like strategy, promotion, research, and more. And you could see that marketing is indeed a lot more than just selling and buying. We're talking about strategies, and strategies based on market research, observation, and real data. When a business wants to launch a product, communicating with other business and the public is really important. So your business strategy determines how successful you can be in the industry, and that's why we need marketers. So here is a small example. So newly launched iPhone 13. We could ask ourselves, why do you need this product? Why do companies sell this product to you? Why do companies know that you want this product? And why does the advertisement of the product always appear in your social media feed, like the Instagram stories? So there are a lot of questions you can ask, and they could be studied in marketing. So about the marketing courses in HKUST, they are never boring. So as mentioned, the professor tends to have used a fun way to explain concepts and ideas. And we would sometimes like watch clips of the Big Bang Theory, the brain games, and have discussions on them. So there are a lot of elements in marketing courses, such as case studies, statistical analysis, presentations, research product, and etc. It is not pure maths or pure theories, but we work on real life cases. So I have studied 3 fundamental marketing courses, which are marketing management, consumer behavior, and marketing research. And I'm now studying marketing analytics for this semester, which is a more advanced course. So I really like studying human minds, and marketing courses provides us a lot of insights on consumer psychology and business analytics, which are my favorite course contents. So because business design their products in a way that they could control rational consumers' behavior, and we might not even notice when we are doing shopping. So here's an example. So there are 3 popcorn size in the snack store, and they are priced at $3.50, $6, and $6.50 respectively of their size. So you can guess which size the consumer prefers the most, and maybe type it in chat box if you like. So actually, research has found that more people would try to buy the largest popcorn size, because the medium popcorn size is in the choice, and it seems to be a lot better deal if like you only pay for more 50 cents, but you get a big upgrade in the popcorn size. So this is just a very tiny part of what we study in marketing course. And we will also study like to what extent a price change is indifferent to customers, where should the company logo be positioned in an advertisement, and so on. So moving on, I would like to talk about marketing, HKUST marketing students. Like how are we different from other majors and other universities, and what makes us special? So firstly, we think out of the box. Marketing requires an individual to look at bigger picture of the event and also provide an all-rounded and best fitting strategy. So as the business industry is changing from time to time, we make forecasts and study past cases to help us know more about the past situation. The more creative we are, the more choices we get. So secondly, we work well under pressure. So this phrase is provided by my previous manager from internship. So she told me that she loves hiring students from HKUST, as we are responsible and work well under tough and urgent situation. Because like time is money in the business world. And if you have a stable working performance, it could be a great advantage to your team. And thirdly, we're exclusive in case cracking. As we are well trained through the intensive course projects and assignment, we could think from perspectives from different stakeholders and get the crack a case professionally. So we are also competitive in both local and global stages. And because we study cases and companies from all around the world, so our professionalism is not limited to the local stage. And as mentioned by Professor, every companies need marketers. No matter in presentation skills, quality of content, research experience, I believe HKUST marketing students always stay sharp and competitive in the industry. So after talking about the general picture of marketing in HKUST, I would like to share my personal experience as a marketing student. So let's start with my university life. So here is a screenshot of my course timetable and in this semester, and you can see that I not only study marketing courses, but also language courses and electives. So it is very flexible in UST, and you can choose courses to study that you're interested in. So on the right-hand side here, it's some photo of me in Zoom lesson for last semester and some leisure time I spent with my friends. So in last summer, I choose to enrich myself with different skills and knowledge outside from book. And I had the opportunity to go on a virtual exchange to UPV to study Spanish provided by HKUST Study Abroad program. So there are actually a lot of opportunities that you could seek for in HKUST. And it's just a matter of how you treat the opportunities. So next will be the case competitions. So I would say HKUST Business School students are really enthusiastic in joining case competitions. And for every case competitions, you could see different UST students are participating in them. We seek challenges as the spice of life and fairly valuable chances to gain insights of the real business world. So for me, I would say initially I'm not that a fan of case competitions because I'm afraid of losing and wasting effort. But I think it won't hurt to just to try once or twice. And I would just want to enjoy the process of teaming up with people and working out some ideas that we commonly desire. But afterwards, I end up joining a lot of competitions throughout the first 2 years of study, and I have achieved quite satisfactory results. So the fun part of joining case competitions is that you can get hands on your projects that you found interesting. Like I work on the esports industry, the financing industry cases. You can get to choose and make use of the skills you learn from courses and present your ideas to industry leaders, professionals, and ask them for feedbacks, which are very invaluable and astonishing. Moreover, I would say case competitions is also a way to locate your career prospects. So here are some organizations that I've worked for and or is working with, and half of them are related to case competitions that I've joined. They are not as prizes of winning, but from mingling sections with industry leaders of the information sections of the competitions. It is a great opportunity for me to learn and to explore. So after sharing my journey as an HKUST marketing student, I believe you now have a brief understanding of what marketing in HKUST is. However, it's not only for me. You can also start your journey here. So if you are still wondering whether marketing really suits you, I recommend you to have a chat with us in virtual booths today, and do not let yourself regret and let this opportunity slip away. So thank you. I will now pass the time to Jessica.
Well, thank you, Professor Joseph, and then thank you, Dorothy, for a very interesting and inspiring sharing. I would say that you actually set the bar very high for our student helpers to do their sharing. It's very engaging. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining the marketing session again. I'm Jessica from the School of Business and Management Admissions team. So right now, we would like to have the Q&A session to address the live Q&A that you feed to us, and also some questions that you may be, putting in when you register for this event. Well, I actually saw a question in the question box. Will there be less chance for being taken in if I am in the IB curriculum and the mean score for IB taken? So probably I can address this question first. For IB students, I won't say that you have less chance, because the admission of the JUPAS and the non-JUPAS actually separate from each other. And then for the IB mean score, if you are like Dorothy, you would like to go for the school-based admission route, the mean score is around 34. But for the marketing program, actually all programs will have a higher score than the school-based one. So you may expect 35 or above, but we will have a very, a comprehensive review of your application profile. Okay, so next question. What a great sharing. I was wondering, is there any tips on how to make oneself stand out in the interview? Probably Joseph, can you share some tips?
Sure, my pleasure. That's a very good question, and that shows an interest, of course. Thank you very much. First of all, you have to understand, when you get into an interview, you have to have an anticipated picture of what is in the mind of your interviewer, just like us. And so if I were sitting across the table during your interview, I would like to know two things. Number one, are you somebody who is really fit into the program? And number two, will our program actually help you? Will you be able to really get benefit out of our program? Because it doesn't make sense for us to accept somebody who is very smart, very articulate, and yet at the end of the day, we know that this person will not really benefit from what we are offering. Okay, so one tip is do your homework. You must know what you are looking forward to about marketing. So first thing first is about people. right? So you have to be people-centric. You have to be able to interact, and that's a first test for you. When you step into the interview room, you must be able to interact properly with your interviewer, right? So shake off that nervous bug, all right? There's nothing to be afraid of. You have to be confident. So that's the first thing. Your presence is very important. Now, number two, we have to know whether you are really, as I was saying, crafted into the program. So we're looking at your motivation. So what is it? And it will probably be asked during the interview process. What is it that you are looking forward to in your career? What's your career plan? And so we try to map that with what we have in terms of offering. So again, as I have said, if we feel that we can help you achieve that goal, then you're good. Now, of course, we are training you to become good decision makers, problem solvers, and we're also looking into your leadership potential. All right. And so you have to show that by way of the responses to the questions and the way that you interact with us. So I think at the end of the day, the greatest tip I could give you is just be yourself. And if you did your homework, there's nothing to worry about because that will show up. And good luck. Best wishes.
Yeah, I think the overall, the whole purpose or actually the gist of the mission to the program is like, it's always a matchmaking exercise. So we want to identify students who fits the program. And I also want the students to be well informed, well aware of what we can offer to you and whether it suits you or not. The whole point of the interview is like we would like to assess whether you are genuinely interested in the marketing program and then whether we can benefit you throughout the 4-year journey. So make sure you did your homework. I know Dorothy did not go through the marketing program interview when you applied to us, but we actually got a bunch of student ambassadors that they may from different backgrounds. They may go through the interview. They can share with you. So I'm going to post a link again in the chat box. You can always find our student ambassadors. Okay, and then for the next question, I think this question actually, led us to showcase the beauty of our HKUST curriculum. So I got another question asking Dorothy, I just wonder, why did you choose marketing as your first major instead of management? And I will pass the time to you to review the beauty of the curriculum.
So actually, because I'm from school base, I'm admitted from school base, and I don't have a major in my first year of study. And I've go through the major selection exercise in after my first semester of year 2, and that's the period that I've chosen my first major. And in the first 2 semesters of year 1, I've studied about marketing and management, like both courses, because every year 1 business school student in HKUST have like fundamental courses that you need to study. And I found my interest is in marketing rather than management, but I also love management. So for marketing, I would say it's more all-rounded, because you have psychology, you can be a creative person, you can be a mathematical person. And for me, I am a little bit interested in statistical research, and that's why marketing could provide me an opportunity or platform to work on research products. And for management, it's more about like leadership, human resources management, and maybe some of the sustainability in the industry. So I think it would be better for me to choose marketing as my first major rather than management, because I'm more into what marketing could provide me. Yes.
Well, actually, Dorothy is our marketing and management student, so she is doing a double major. Well, in UST, as long as you complete the 120 credits graduation requirement, you are freely to use the credits to customize the programs that you would like to take. And don't forget that this year the university is launching digital media and creative arts, this extended major, and another extended major, artificial intelligence. It's actually widely applicable in the marketing field as well. So for students who are interested in these two fields, you may consider taking 20 more additional credits to have an extended major. Okay, so next question, I would ask if it is possible to get into the marketing program as a post-secondary transfer. Yes, the answer is yes. We would like to focus more on the program itself in this session. There will be a session talking about the non-JUPAS application, including GCE, A-level, postgraduate, post-secondary transfer, also IB at 4 o'clock. And then we will have parallel admission session there to provide more information. So make sure you don't miss it. But a very quick answer to your question is yes. And the GPA requirement will be, spelled out in the 4 p.m. session. GCE qualification is also a yes. I got a question that if taking A-level math and science subject, is it okay to apply for marketing? I would say marketing actually welcomes students from all backgrounds. Whether having math or science background or good at reasoning logic would have an edge in marketing program. Joseph, what do you think?
Well, again, I think it's good because these disciplines are supposed to reinforce each other. I always believe, and I think I've seen this happen all the time, that a combination of marketing and a technical program is a good mix. Let me give you an example. I'll give you my own personal experience as an example. I had a son who took up a degree in engineering, and he decided to have a minor in marketing. So he realized the importance of marketing, despite the fact that he is more into the sciences. And so marketing basically fills in the gaps. So the answer to that is yes, you're very much welcome to explore that. It also depends really on your plan for your career.
Yeah. Dorothy, do you take any science subject in your DSE? I think you're DSE, right?
Yeah, I have choose the physics for science.
Then do you find it is easier for you to, understand the reasoning behind any marketing theory or not?
I think it helps a bit, but it's not a great advantage because for courses in HKUST, you can also always have the basic idea in the first few lessons. And it's not a great advantage if you have studied it before, but it could help you to understand concepts. Yeah.
Yeah.
We always said that actually education trains your mindset instead of giving you, I mean, even today we give a lecture to you, probably by the time you graduate that knowledge is no longer updated, but it trains your mindset. So for science background student or math student, you are very strong at reasoning, then definitely help you to perform in different subject areas. But we don't really see a great difference between the art stream, science stream, or business stream in the high school background student, whether there is a significant performance among them. No, we don't think so. If yes, then we would definitely set the program subject requirement, but no. So students from all backgrounds are very welcome to apply. Mean score of the GCE A-level, again, if you like Dorothy, you would like to go through the school-based route, and it will be around like AAB, and then for program-based, they will be a little bit higher, and then we will also, for students who take the GCE A-level, very likely will have the interview. Again, 4 p.m. session, we will cover more admission details. I'm considering whether there are some programs that can count it as a bonus. Well, not sure if you're a JUPAS student. I presume you're a JUPAS student. We don't really expect you must have marketing experiences or competitions in your high school journey. But I would strongly advise you probably you can take the Business Young Star program offered by the business school if you are currently in secondary 4 or secondary 5. That is a taster program for high school students to get a taste of different business disciplines. We will have professors from different disciplines to give you a lecture that you can get a taste what exactly marketing is, how management study, what are the classes is like in the university. Then you will realize that whether you need the program, you like to program, or probably that may not be the choice that you would like to pursue in your undergraduate study. Are there any entry requirement? That really depends on your qualifications, so it's a little bit complicated. go to the 4 p.m. session, you will get more. Does internship help with my application? Joseph, do you expect seeing much, very rich experience in high school students when they apply to to the marketing?
Well, we don't count that as a requirement, but the experience may help in dealing, for example, with the interview. You go through the interview. It basically it broadens your perspective. Experience helps, but it's not a requirement.
I would say that well, the internship is actually like the Business Young Star program. It helps you, just like what Joseph says, it helps your exposure. And then probably when you analyze an issue in an admission interview, you will have a very unique perspective, and then you will have more understanding about the discipline so that you can contribute more, demonstrate your knowledge and exposure. So again, it's your exposure, it's your sense, rather than this is a requirement. For students who may not have much experience in marketing business, they can still analyze a problem very well and then perform very well in an admission interview. Okay, so and then another question about internship. Do most of the marketing students do internship? If yes, then what kind of companies would offer internship to our marketing students, or what kind of companies that our students will work in? So Dorothy, probably you can talk a little bit more about your internship.
Yeah, sure. So actually for marketing students, they are like a broad interest of them. So which department or which position of internship you want to be in, it really depends on you. So for me, I have like internships in IT department, like the information technology department, for construction companies, for properties company, and also I have worked for the house care products company and the manufacturing company. So it really depends on your interest, and are you going to learn something from the company. So actually companies do not like take out you from the CV if they see you as a marketing student only, but they see you as a UST business school student, and you're capable of having these business capabilities and ability, and which benefits them. So it depends on your experience, your exposure, and how you showcase yourself in the interviews of the internships. So it doesn't marketing this major does not limit you, but it provides opportunities for you to seek for different opportunities in the industry. And when I don't have a major, I could choose from a broader aspect, but I don't really have the skills, the focus skills for completing tasks for it. But when I have a major, the internships are more focused and concentrated on my field of study, which I could showcase what I've learned in courses and also in case conditions. So I would say it greatly depends on you and what industry you want to prospect your career. Yeah.
I think the wide spectrum of the internship experience, it's also reflected by the types of employers of marketing graduates. A very interesting fact, actually, compared to all majors in business school, marketing has the greatest number of employers every year. And then you will see a wide variety of industry sectors. Marketing students are very well received by employers in different sectors, taking up different positions. Okay, I got a question about exchange. Are there any exchange program for this marketing program? Yes, definitely, because as Dorothy said, you are a business student, you're part of the business family. You can definitely have the full access to the HKUST Business School exchange network. So I just put a link in the chat box there. You can click the link to check out the latest list of the exchange program. Other than the regular exchange, we actually collaborate with different universities to offer a short-term visiting program as well. So overall speaking, around like 80% of our students have exchange or overseas learning experience in their undergraduate life. some students, they will take courses that are complementary or that complement the marketing study in business school, but some may take courses that are not available in business school. For example, like we may not have many music courses in UST, and the students will choose to take those courses in when they are going on exchange. Okay, so next question. I still have quite a number of questions in hand. So probably this question I would like to ask GPA and further studies prospect. Joseph, if the students, they have a very good vision of their life. they are thinking about postgraduate studies already. So do you see marketing students have an edge if they like apply for postgraduate studies after their bachelor?
Yeah, sure. That's a good question. In fact, it makes a lot of sense because I just stepped down as the director of the Master of International Management. And in that program alone, I have seen a good number of marketing graduates who applied for the program and got in successfully. And based on my interaction with my current students as well, I see a lot of interests from marketing majors who are really keen on pursuing a postgrad. It may not be in marketing, it might be in a different field, marketing related, business related, but yes, there is an opportunity for further professional advancement in terms of academic training.
Thank you, Joseph. Well, actually, I think the reputation of the business school, the extensive network that our world-class faculty, our faculty comes from different places. So they got a really extensive academic network that will help our students to pursue their postgraduate in any parts of the world as well. So I have a very interesting question. What are some things applicants do in the process of applying that decreases their chance of acceptance? So they're not thinking what makes them competitive. They're thinking what hurts them. Well, let me get it straight to the point first. Is your JUPAS applicants, the admission interview doesn't hurt you in any way because we don't penalize students who underperform in that interview. We will only add bonus for those who perform well in the interview. But let me pass the time to Joseph. From a teacher's perspective, what hurts their application?
Well, I think it's a giveaway. Arrogance is one. I mean, it's okay. In fact, we appreciate if we see enthusiasm, but don't be overly enthusiastic. Don't cross the border.
Yes. So it's like a manner,
Might be saying the wrong things.
Decency.
Yeah,
so decency.
I agree with Jessica. We don't penalize. We understand also that anxiety comes in. You're excited, but don't overdo it. Just have confidence, and we look at the positive side more than the negative.
Yes, we are sunshine, University of Sunshine and Tomorrow. Always look at the positive side. Okay, so probably this question I will direct to Dorothy. What is the difference between management and marketing? Is management a broader program that includes marketing, or broader discipline that includes marketing? Marketing is a very specific one, very particular, centralized, focused.
So marketing and management is separated in my view. Like they are these are two majors. Like you can choose marketing, you can choose management, and their courses don't overlap. Marketing is about there are different parts of marketing. Maybe you can have psychology, like understanding consumer behavior. You can work with like research, which are a bit more statistical, a bit more mathematical. And marketing courses most of the time requires group projects, require like market research, and maybe some proposals as your like course requirements. But for management, it's about how you lead a company, what is the corporate strategy? Like what strategies you have when your companies encounter maybe an economic situation or maybe involved in a product crisis. So it's about management of the company, management of a team. It's also about leadership, and also there is a field which is about sustainability, and another field about the human resources management. So I think sustainability, this concept is a trend in the business industry. So if you are interested in sustainability, you could choose management courses for as focus of it. And but marketing, it's more fun for me. Like marketing is like a lot of games. You understand human minds. You understand what are the reasons behind something, and you can make use of the reasons to make further adjustment and make further propose further strategies for your company. So we are creative and also mathematical in a way. Yeah, hope it helps. Yeah.
Okay, Joseph, probably we have the last question before we wrap up the session. This question, I actually got it from one of the students I met in a school visit. Marketing, it's always perceived as a department in a company, as a department who burns money. So whenever the company is running a loss or not in a very good business, then they may cut the headcounts in the marketing. But I actually heard from your presentation that you will regard marketing as an income generating department. So actually, how do you see marketing students, graduates, the job security, job prospect in this way?
Okay, that's a good question. So let me clarify. Marketing is not really an income generating machinery. As I was saying, it's the top line that drives the bottom line. And if you look at that income statement, there's a lot of things going on between the top line and the bottom line. All right, now that's a very good question, because a lot of people misperceive marketing as only looking after transactions. But a broader and a better perspective, and the true perspective of marketing, is about creating relationships. All right. So you don't want to just sell once to make that bottom line healthy. You want to engage your customers in a longer term relationship, and that helps in even enlarging your career prospect. Now, just to give you a very quick point, a lot of CEOs that have been hired for running big companies actually had their degree and training in marketing, because they understand how to manage what it is that generates revenue and good customer performance, and at the same time that makes them ready to manage the entire corporation. And so that's what it is.
I see. So that's the difference between a marketing expertise and a person who does not have, very full understanding of marketing. That's why you should study marketing. And it's everywhere. It's definitely everywhere. What we are doing right now is doing marketing. We're doing marketing for our programs, for our schools, like to see whether it suits you or not. I hope this session actually gives you a, better understanding of what HKUST Business School Marketing Program is, and what are the edges, what are the uniqueness of this program, and hopefully you will find this program interests you a lot. So we are running out of time, because the next session of the talk will start at 3. We understand that you have to commute and then join the other talks. If you have any questions, Dorothy and also the admission staff will definitely be in the marketing booth, and also all the business programs booth there. If you have any questions about admission, about programs, come to us. Feel free to ask us. And for students who take the international qualifications, not DSE student, then please join the 4 p.m. session to get more information about the admission. So thank you so much for joining this session today. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you for everything that you chip into to make this session very fruitful. So let's wrap up the session, and then hopefully to see you in the next session or in the booth very soon. Thank you.